Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. This is Milesluigi. We're starting off by going to the Thousand-Year Door and letting another sequence of neon lights and completely baffling events unfold before us as we see something that probably happened 1,000 years ago, hence the name Thousand-Year Door, take place as it shows itself its way. It's like the holder of the Crystal Star map. Here is the location of the next Crystal Star. Who am I? The plot guy. I'm doing this. I'm the guy holding your map up. Now, even though I showed this off in the Pit of 100 Trials, it deserves a proper introduction anyway, because it's Art Attack. It allows you to become incredibly strategic with your damage dishing and circle around specific enemies or all the enemies to deal damage to them. As I said before, very strategic, allows you to pinpoint the damage you give to enemies very, very precisely, or goof off and draw boomerangs around the enemy, or whatever else your crazy or silly mind decides to draw around the enemy. Quick hit circles are the way you want to go. Miss Mouse knows about the professor and Princess Peach's email. Obviously, she learned about it at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Just like every other party member, she immediately knows everything that Goombella knows. Off we go. There could be only one thing. What? I would just like to remind everybody that I don't exist in front of the television. In this case, I exist as nothing but, a voice in your head. Sure, you might be receiving that voice in your head through your ears, but I just exist as a voice in your head. There's something in Professor Frankie's room. Okay. Off we go to the Trouble Center to take care of business there. Because there's a trouble I can do right away. From Zesty, I want to find a legendary cookbook. Now if we actually take a look here, we have a legendary cookbook on us. It's from Matre Delish. I probably pronounced that wrong. I'm sorry. Matre Delish. we can now combine stuff and actually make some really cool stuff by combining ingredients. So I could, for example, make another honey shroom, or just looking at the ingredients I have, I can make a super honey, however in the world the game names them. Again, I totally forgot. But, you know, I was just so close and I already had everything I needed for this trouble, I decided to go ahead and do it. Alright, well, I'll get this recipe out of the way. I won't be getting recipes fully out of the way till the chapter 6 to 7 interlude, and I've got a lot to say about that interlude too. Honey Super, okay. Because it will be a long interlude. More on that later. As now we are about to experience extreme oddity. You see, these are two separate houses, just two separate houses. This one has a circle window, that one has a triangle window. There's different design decisions. Looks like they were probably made by the same contractor, perhaps. In this room, I guess, is a garbage chute that I can go ahead and throw myself down into. Nothing too unusual, although the garbage chute goes straight down to a pile of flowers. There's a shine sprite back here and some garbage cans. Obviously, people go back here if there are garbage cans. These garbage cans are like garbage cans from 500 years ago when these houses were built, or 100 years ago, or they could be. I don't know. But I see another thing here. Perhaps it's another garbage chute. No, it connects to his laundry. It connects to his laundry drawer. That'd be convenient for throwing your laundry away, but otherwise I don't have a whole lot to say about that. Now, I'm not going to be playing any Pianta Parlor games, but there is a reason why I am coming here, just to show something. There is no new badges, so nothing to do here. Now, before I run off too much, we're not going to talk to Luigi yet. I want to see what badges are on sale before I start the next trouble, because part of my task to do was to buy some badges, and hell, if the badge is on sale, I might as well pick it up now the badge isn't on sale. Darn it, lovely hose. This trouble is known as a walkathon. It's going to have us walking between 3 areas of the game. Now, I happened to mention the Chapter 6 to 7 interlude briefly. Needless to say, it'll probably be the longest segment of Backtracking Extravaganza Super Ultra Awesome Monster Truck Awesomeness. And I don't mean to spoil too much. I'm not going to say a whole lot about it, in fact, that's what I'm going to be taking care of all my cooking, but the trouble I'm doing right now is causing me to run... It'll cause me to run back and forth between 3 places, and in the actual plot, the actual plot, not one of the side quests or anything, the actual plot is going to force me well, technically not the interlude, I'll technically be in the chapter. I want base, please. I'll be in the chapter. It's going to force me to run back and forth between, like, every place in the game. And you know how I typically approach these Backtracking Extravaganza Super Ultra Awesome Monster Truck Awesomeness segments. I try to create the most optimized path, if anything, a speed run of Backtracking Extravaganza Super Ultra Monster Truck Awesomeness to try to get rid of all the backtracking as fast as possible. And I'm just wondering to myself how I'm going to integrate the chapter with, cooking and that long segment that's going to take me forever to do. But I'm just thinking of that because now I have to run, I kind of skipped over that a little fast, but I now have to run to the Great Tree and talk to the mayor of the Great Tree. Now, at this time, if you're doing the trouble, say, after, like, much later in the game, you could take the pipe down there in Rogueport and get yourself to the pipe you need to get to the Great Tree a little bit faster. I, unfortunately, don't have this luxury. So I now have to roll all the way over to the Great Tree pipe. Well, howdly diddly do there, you purple little badge known as Unsimplifier. I'm gonna buy you while you're on sale. Woohoo! Because I would only buy this when it's on sale. No, not really. Unsimplifier is a badge that is the exact opposite of Simplifier. It'll make action commands harder, but it'll make you earn more star power. To be honest, this badge is a little, well, it treats certain action commands differently than other action commands. Some of them become much, much more difficult, and others, you know, I just pull off normally, like normal. If you feel like being in a power bouncing mood, Unsimplifier is not the badge for you, guaranteed. But if you are in a I want to earn star points mood, and you've gotten competent enough at the game again to do your action commands again, instead of when you just start picking up the game again, you're like, oh fudge, I can't time a single jump again. Yeah, put on Unsimplifier. Woohoo! Would you look at that? FP train. Drop Mario's attack by 1 but regain 1 FP per turn. And if I didn't buy this on sale, it actually is an outrageous price. Its sale price is much better. FP drain has a really, really, really cool use. I'll show you its use by giving you an example badge setup. I'm going to keep on Defend Plus. Take all this off. I'm actually going to... yeah. I'm probably not going to use this badge setup, but let's get it set up. Okay. Here's an example badge setup. Here I have Power Jump, Multi-Bounce, Power Smash, Piercing Blow, Hammer Throw, and I guess I also put on Ice Smash. By putting on both a Power Plus and an FP Drain, did I actually, fudge, I didn't actually put on FP Drain. That's kind of like the core badge to this. FP Drain. Okay. By putting on FP Drain, as long as I'm doing 1 damage to the enemy, I'm always getting back FP. And by also putting on Flower Saver, all of a sudden all my normal moves, which only cost me 1 FP, can essentially be used for free. So now I can do anything in my reservoir, except Ice Smash technically, but like I can waste a Hammer Throw. Oh no, Milesluigi, you wasted FP! Oh no! Oh, no I didn't. That cost me 1 FP. I just got right back. I can Hammer Throw to my heart's delight! Awesome. I want to Hammer Throw more enemies. Actually, you wanna know what? I didn't necessarily plan on buying this badge, but I've got the coins for it. I might as well. Head Rattle. This is a hammer-related badge. It's a hammer-related status-inducing badge, specifically. Once I go ahead and throw off Ice Smash and put on Head Rattle. This confuses enemies. This is the move you use to confuse enemies. And confused enemies will either do nothing, attack you, or attack other members of its group. It's honestly really funny to use Head Rattle. To be honest, in terms of consistent strategy, Head Rattle usually doesn't come itself as a viable badge in that regard. But this badge is so funny, I highly recommend it. Matter of fact, why don't we go Head Rattle a Spiked Goomba while we're at it, because I have the badge set up to do that without wasting any FP. Come here, you. I'm Head Rattling you. Oh, fudge, I'm gonna kill it. Never mind, I'm too powerful. I need to face more difficult and challenging enemies, obviously. Thank you! Finally. Damage dodge! We already know what this badge does. You time a guard instead of a super guard, your guard becomes more powerful. Oh my gosh, it makes guarding something you want to do. I'm saying oh my gosh every single time I get badges. I'm like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, new badge! I love badges. Damage dodge. So yeah, with the guard, I now instead of shaving off 1 damage, I shave off 3 damage. How nifty is that? Speaking of things, oh, put that power jump back on. I have Quake Hammer, Flower Saber, FP Drain. I can now use free Quake Hammers. That is awesome. Anyway, let me think here. I got the badges. I got that. Did I have to do anything else? Oh yeah, that's right. Talk to Luigi. Thank God. I'm just about to save and end the segment, but no, we gotta talk to Luigi. Who's this guy? He's Torque. And Luigi's not telling him the whole story. The only reason I lent him my rig is because he got bigged on his knees. And what is he talking about? Maybe if I talk to Luigi, this will all make sense. Are we ready for Circuit Break Island? It's a really long story, but here it goes. Just as our boat arrived at Circuit Break Island, we heard this incredible racket. We soon found that they hold kart races almost every day on the island. Whoever takes first place in the race gets to rule the island as king for a day. What an interesting form of government. Very chaotic, to be honest. Just as we got to the racetrack, they were holding the awards ceremony. I couldn't believe my eyes. Right on there, on the trophy, they gave to the winner. It was another piece of the marvelous compass. I almost passed dead away. I decided right then and there that the only thing to do was to enter the next race. I mean, I've driven in kart races before, so I thought I'd be okay. Boy, was I wrong. The karts were supercharged machines that could send you airborne with their exhaust. These vehicles were armed with missiles and bazookas. It was anything goes, bro. Of course, I wanted to get right out there pronto. These drivers were crazed. But I worked up the courage and signed up anyway. And my race day finally came. I got one of the best karts, the big green 01. I took my position at the starting line. The light went green and I stomped the accelerator. But something bad happened. It was in reverse. The big green 01 went rocketing backwards with me yelling. I crashed into the wall behind me hard enough to cut me off mid-scream. In one fell swoop, I dropped into last place and wrecked my racing machine. But it wasn't all bad news because all the other karts crashed because of my maneuver. Once I got it in gear and took off, I was the only car left. I won by a country mile, bro. That sounds totally wrong. I took the piece of the trophy and added it to the marvelous compass. The compass came to life and pointed me towards Jazzafraz town to the east. Then I heard that voice, Princess Eclair's voice, echoed in my ears again. Oh, my princess, random words would from poetry, if spoken by your voice. I will most definitely save you. Just wait for me, Princess Eclair. Oh, sorry about that, bro. So after that, I got back on my boat and came back here to Rogueport. And that's what I've been up to that's what's been up with me. Oh fudge, I started another blah blah blah. Okay. So Luigi totaled the car, or the go-kart, but was still able to drive it at the end, and it's completely functional. And yet he took out all the other people, and the island made him king for a day? I'm gonna say there was bribery behind that, because I don't see any other way that story makes sense. On the next episode of Let's Play Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, we're gonna go to normal adventure. So enjoy normal adventure next time. But before you leave, I do have a quick video showcasing all the badges I bought if you would like to watch. Enjoy!
Whoa!